Welcome to Say Like a Champ, Secure the Bag, Week 11 NFL Picks. It's your boy A-Dub.
And your boy Strizzy. What's up, Slack fam?
What's good? Oh, man. We appreciate y'all rocking with us. Until we can do this professionally, we do have day jobs we got to kind of handle, got to keep these lights on, these bills paid. But no, we appreciate you rocking with us because every once in a while duty calls and interrupts our plans here. But we here with you. And we do see we got some people in the chat already. We got Pops. What's good? We got Unc. What it do? Repping from Texas. And we caught Stephanie today, midday. Out in Vegas, holding it down. We appreciate y'all being with us. And you know what we're here to do. We're here to make our weekly NFL picks, week 11 already. We'll take a quick look at last week. Man, it was a rough one for me. But your boy, you did your thing, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, we'll look at our overall standings, but I do got to give a shout out to Stephanie Washington. I think she was in the tiebreaker last week, and then also Moms for winning last week's competition, week 10, and just always that reminder, get your picks in, get them on time, and whoever wins each week gets that Super Bowl square for our end of the year competition. So exciting times, man. We still haven't won a week yet. Our slackers have been beating us down, so any day now we gonna make it happen. So. I'm going to let you go ahead and lead us off, though, since you had the better record last week. And let's go ahead and get straight to it, starting with Thursday Night Football. We got the Bengals at the Ravens.
Yeah, man. I got the Ravens in this one. Joe Burrow doesn't tend to play well against the Ravens, even though they do kind of come out on top. But I love Lamar after a loss. After a loss, Lamar comes to play, so I'm going Ravens tonight.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I think that this is a really good matchup, but Baltimore, especially having the lead, right, and giving up that comeback victory last week, I feel like they're going to be motivated, and that defense is just a little bit nasty. Better than the Texans defense, what the Bengals faced last week, and they kind of ended up in a shootout with them. So I got the Ravens in this one, but should be a great Thursday night game for sure. One of the better matchups we've seen.
Yeah.
All right, moving into Sunday, we got another AFC North challenge, the Steelers at the Browns.
I'm going with Steelers in this one. To me, the Steelers are still the big brother team. They beat the Browns down pretty good every time they play them. They lost. I know Watson's been out, but they did lose him for the remainder of the season with that shoulder injury, I believe it is. So I'm going Steelers.
Yeah, I'm going with the Steelers as well. It's hard for me to go against the Browns because that defense plays so well, but the Steelers has just as good a defense, and their offense is kind of coming along. So I'm going with the Steelers in this one, but I do think it'll be close. And we have seen the Browns beat some really good teams even without Watson. But I do feel for Watson, man. He just got beat up in that game last week, and another fracture in his shoulder. That sucks, but I'm glad that he's going to be able to kind of take a second and get the rest and recovery that he needs. All right. Moving on to the Raiders at the Dolphins.
Dolphins in this one. I think they're going to bounce back big against. I think last game they had a bye week last week. I think they lost to the Patriots. They beat did they lose or win? I can't remember.
They beat the Patriots, yeah.
That's right.
But they lost to the Chiefs before that.
Chiefs, that's what it was. Yeah,
that's what was the last game.
Yeah. Okay, cool. But they lost. They had a week off. I like what the Raiders are doing under the coach Antonio Pierce, but I think and Dolphins get their running back this week, so I like the Dolphins.
Same, yeah. I'm going with the Dolphins. The Raiders have been on their little win streak, and it's great. I like to see them doing better, but I feel like this is too tall of a task. So I'm definitely going with the Dolphins on that one. And we lost Drizzy real quick. It's the switch up, right?
Yeah. My computer needed an update, so I was using my phone for a second. So I'm back.
No, you're good. You're good. All right. So so both of us going with the Dolphins at home in that one. Should be a high scoring game for them. Moving on, we've got the Bears at the Lions.
This is one of them tricky games only because I think the Lions are definitely going to win this game, but I know like the spread is pretty high in this one. I think it's like 11 points. So I'm thinking it might be a little bit closer than what we think it'll be because NFL likes to doing that stuff to us, but Lions.
Yeah, same. Lions. After that big time shootout last week against the Chargers, like their offense is primed to score points. The Chicago Bears not so much. So it is a familiar foe that might make it a little bit closer, but I'm feeling comfortable about the Lions.
Yeah.
And they're having a great year too.
They are 7-2.
All right, next up we got the Titans at the Jaguars. This is a tough one.
This one is tough. The Tennessee Titans always, they play games really, really tough. The Jags are coming off a beatdown last week by the Niners. But as far as just money line goes, I'm going to take the Jags.
Yeah, same here. I'm going with the Jags. I think it could be a close game. Titans have traditionally dominated the AFC South, but the Jaguars are just a much better team. So I'm going with them. And like you said, they were kind of embarrassed last week. I feel like they're going to have a good game to bounce back from that.
Yeah.
Next up, this is a weird matchup. The Chargers at the Packers.
I know. I'm like, I don't really like – I feel like both of these teams have kind of underperformed this year. You know what I mean? Green Bay with a little bit more leeway with the new quarterback and all that kind of fun stuff. But I don't know. It's in Lambeau, but I think I'm going to take the Chargers in this. I think the Chargers get it done.
Yeah, same here. I think the Chargers, just the offense will be enough. Even though it is tough to go into Lambeau and win, I'm going with the Chargers on that one. But I think it will be a close game. And like you said, kind of underperforming on both sides here.
Yeah.
So Pops is going with the Packers. He's the only one that I think this is the only pick that has gone against. So we've all been kind of on the same page so far until now. So I love it. Keep those picks coming. And with the emojis too. You know what I'm saying? That makes it nice and fun. All right. Next up, we've got the Cardinals at the Texans.
Another one of them games. Just feels like a tricky one, but I like Houston, man. I think Kyler Murray is still kind of getting back into his own, but I love what Houston's doing. Number 2 offense in the league. I think behind either the Dolphins or the Kansas City Chiefs. Whoever's first right now, but I like that offense right now. They're playing real well.
Yeah, I'm going with the Texans. Really like what CJ Stroud is doing. Like it's really fun to have them kind of come back to prominence a little bit, you know what I'm saying? So and I love D'Amico Ryan. So I'm really, really becoming, kind of a low-key Texans fan on the AFC side.
Likewise. Fun to watch.
Yeah, most definitely. All right, next up, we actually got a battle between us, man. The America's team at the Carolina Panthers, our 2 squads.
Yeah, man. I think this one too was like another I think it was like a 10-point spread or something like that too. I know we're gonna lose, but I'm hoping it's closer than we think. The Panthers defense I think is ranked number 7th in the league right now. So if we can just go out there and make things difficult for Dak, I think we get JC Horn back too. So if he can lock up CD, I think we can keep it close, but the turnovers hurt us. So I'm going Dallas. Yeah.
Same here. I'm going Dallas, but I do think it'll be a sneaky closer game, right? At least in the spread. I don't think it'll be like how the Giants got beat down last week, right? By the Cowboys. I don't think it'll be like that. I do like it as a test for Dak because the Dak and the offense has been doing really well. And like you said, that Panthers defense is good. So this will be a fun one to watch. But I'm feeling the Cowboys as well.
Definitely.
Next up, we got an NFC East matchup, the Giants at the Commanders.
Yeah, I'm going Commanders in this one. The Giants have nothing going well for them. Not offense, not defense, not special teams, not even coaching. You know what I'm saying? Like, they just look bad at every aspect of the game. So I'm going Washington.
Yeah, same here. I'm definitely going with Washington at home. They haven't had the season that they wanted, but they're definitely having a better season than the Giants. So, definitely got to go with Washington. But it might, it's one of those tricky games, though, where, the familiarity might help the Giants a little bit, but Washington should be fine at home.
Yeah.
All right, next up we got Tampa Bay at the 49ers.
I like the Niners in this one. I think last week and the bye week really helped them kind of get back into what they like doing. Um, O line, man, is crazy. Trent Williams is such an absolute monster, bro. Like when he's on the field, that team looks like a totally different team. So I'm going San Francisco.
Yeah, same. They're definitely that bye week couldn't have happened at a better time, right? Them after that few games skid. So I think that they're looking good though. And the Bucks, man, they had a promising start to their season, but it's kind of up to them. They're closer and more like the ones that the team that we thought they were.
Right.
Stephanie Washington said the Commandos. Definitely, that's going to be their new nickname. I like that. All right, moving on to the afternoon, we do have the Jets at the Bills.
Yeah, man, I think the Jets beat them the first game of the year, so I can't imagine the Bills losing the second game, especially this time they're at home. But who knows, man? They're struggling too. But I am going to go Bills in this one.
Yeah, I'm going with the Bills as well, but I do think this will be a close game. But at home, they really need this to bounce back. If not, they're done for.
Yeah, they're cooked. If they lose this game at home, they're cooked.
Yeah, and he likes the Jets in this one, so that's what's up. He's going for a little bit of an upset. I just feel like the Jets just have nothing on offense. If they can get a little bit more going, maybe that would be cool. And also,
yeah. No, you're good. I was gonna say Happy Veterans Day too. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you for your service and all the family members we have out there, all the the people that are in the active duty and former. We appreciate what y'all done for us. So we didn't mention that yet, but Veterans Day was last weekend, and Happy Veterans Day to all of our vets out there. All right, next up we have the Seahawks at the Rams. Matthew Stafford coming back, it looks like.
Yeah, this one's tricky, man. Matthew Stafford makes this team totally different, as we've seen the last couple of weeks of him being absent. They are at home. Maybe there might be a little bit of rust, but I think I like LA kind of an upset. This is the Pick'Em game, honestly.
Yeah, for sure. For me, this is a coin toss as well. I just feel like Seattle's defense is, kind of scary, right? And if they get after Matthew Stafford and hit him early on, he might start having flashbacks. But if he can be comfortable back there, I definitely think it'll be a close game. I'm going Seattle with just a slight lean towards Seattle. Yeah. But this one should be a really, really close game, really fun one for sure.
Yeah, this game was a 1-point favorite on Seattle and Seattle's going Seattle's way.
Yeah. All right, moving on we're already to Sunday Night Football. We are gonna have the Vikings at the Broncos.
Yeah, this is one of those things where the Broncos are starting to look a little bit better, especially than they did at the beginning of the season. But I really like what Dobbs is doing in Minnesota, man. They've looked really, really good, and they beat down the Saints last time they played. So I think I'm gonna go with Vikings in this one.
Yeah, I'm going with the Vikings as well. It's hard because the Broncos look like they're rolling, right, and have had a couple of good victories against some teams that they've been able to give problems to. But I can't go against Joshua Dobbs anymore, man. The guy is smart. Like Unc says, he's got him for MVP. I mean, I can't bet against the Dobbs train. He definitely took us out, the Cowboys out, when the Cardinals had nothing going for them. So I feel like he's going to be okay against the Broncos. And that Vikings team has weapons. They're really starting to kind of galvanize and lean into that mentality. So
yeah.
But yeah, we'll definitely be waiting all night for Sunday night, man. That's such a tough one. But I always love that Carrie Underwood song. But that's such a tough one to wait all day to watch your team. All right, now the banger, maybe the best game of the week.
Yeah.
We got football, the Eagles at the Chiefs, Super Bowl rematch. Who you got this time?
I got the Eagles in an upset, man. I'm not really sure where Kansas City's mind's at. I think their offense is still very mediocre. I mean, they have the best quarterback in the league, so he helps, right? He definitely kind of disguises some of their poor efforts on offense. But I like the Eagles in an upset.
Yeah, I'm kind of torn on this game, man. This is really a coin flip for me. I can see the Chiefs summoning up a better performance because usually when they have these high profile games is when they reach a little bit deeper into the bag. But the Eagles, they look good and they look like the type of team that can give the Chiefs problems. So I'm actually going with the Eagles in this one. I hope I'm wrong, but I don't know. I just think Kansas City has a lot to deal with. Maybe the home field advantage is going to be good enough, but For whatever reason, I'm leaning towards the Eagles in this one, and I do think it means a little bit more to the Eagles.
I think it is too.
After losing the Super Bowl against
get back. And right. I'm curious too on like where Kelsey's mind's at. I know he's been traveling a lot this past week off. He's been going to Taylor Swift's little concerts and stuff. So I'm curious to see where his head's at too.
Yeah, for sure, man. He gotta slow down with that because this is too much.
Yeah.
Or not him. Sorry, the media. They gotta slow down with it because I'm like, just let him live, man. It is what it is.
Oh, thanks.
For sure. All right. Let's move into our against the spread, but we also always like to take this time in the show to remind this is not actual betting advice. This is just our opinions on the games. We just did our money line, which is just who will win. Now we're going to do against the spread, where we're going to consider, the actual point spread and that difference on who's favored. So, Strizzy, I'm going to start off with you, and let's walk through these locks.
Yeah, man, I like San Francisco on another big win. I think that defense and the offense is going to be entirely too much for the Bucs. Maybe the Bucs prove me wrong, but I think San Francisco takes this one. I like them as the favorite.
Yeah, even though it's a big spread, I like that.
Yeah, me too. Couple turnovers and that's all they need. Steelers in this one, I like them as the underdog. This could very well be one of those tie games, considering both teams have really good defenses, and if they tie, Steelers still coming on top with the +1. So, but Steelers for the most part has had the Browns numbers. I'm going Steelers in this one.
All right, I like it.
And then the Jags in this one, I think it's a Tennessee. Did I say Jags at +7? I think I'm Jags at -7.
Oh, my bad. Yeah.
Okay, my bad.
Tennessee +7. My bad. I have it flipped.
Yeah, you're good. You're good. I think this game is going to be closer than a touchdown. Even though the Jags got beat down last week, I think the Tennessee Titans are still really tough. Like you said, they've kind of owned this division for the last couple of years. But as long as Will Levis can get a solid game and Henry can get going, I think they'll keep it closer than a touchdown.
All right, that's what's up. Let me fix this up for us real quick, because I did put that on there wrong for you. So you got Tennessee in a close game, actually covering that spread or staying within the 7.
Yeah,
that's what's up. And last week you did hit on the Minnesota game. Great job there. You had the Minnesota as the underdog against the Saints. So you were able to secure a bag there. Great job with that one. Marcus was able to send in his picks, even though he's busy, but he was able to send in his picks for us. So I'm going to run through these real quick. He's got the Texans over the Cardinals by 4.5. I like that for sure. He's got the Dolphins in a big one over the Raiders, man. I like it too. I think this should be okay, but 13.5 is just a big spread for the NFL. Like, just makes me kind of nervous. But if the Dolphins offense is doing what they normally do, then I think they should be fine to cover. Yep. And then the Commanders over the Giants. Now, you normally don't see a team like the Commanders having a 10-point favorite, but the Giants are really, really bad. So we'll see how he does on that one. But that one might be a little bit closer only because that they're in the same division. So, but that's Marcus's locks for the weeks. Mine real quick, I'll run through. I got the Chargers over the Packers. I feel like the 3-point spread they'll be able to cover, even though they're at Lambeau. Just based off how that offense played against the Lions defense last week too. I feel like it's kind of a similar situation. And if they're able to score like that, I don't think Green Bay can keep up. This one I have Seattle over the Rams. So we talked about this one is just basically like a coin toss, pick 'em type of game. But I do like Seattle in this one just to edge them out, even though they're on the road. And then I'm also going with the Texans over the Cardinals. I feel like that offense is going to do well. CJ Stroud's doing his thing with, like we talked about, like mediocre weapons, like not the best weapons, but enough, right? They have some talent there, and he's definitely getting the most out of it. So I like the Texans in that one.
I think that's the biggest part is like he's making them look really good. You know what I mean? It's not like they're like, poor. They're just, no one's talking about him before the season, and he's really, kind of turned that offense around. So good for him.
Yeah, most definitely. All right, so that's our 3 locks each for the against the spread portion. Real quick, we'll go and pull up our year-long records. So Marcus missed his picks last week, so we still got him up there. We're gonna have to kind of convert this into like a winning percentage, right? So we can keep all things equal based on who he's actually picked. But with last week, with Strizzy, with you having 9 and me only having 6, we're actually now tied for the year exactly at 85 and 65. Yeah, so man, I've had a string of bad, single digit weeks. I need a really good week this week.
I know, man.
So we'll see how that goes. But I'm hoping that one of us, the timing is right. We're kind of hitting our stride at the right time. One of us is going to get this Super Bowl square pretty soon. And then on our lock side, still doing pretty good. You were able to pick up a bag last week, none for me. So we really need to sharpen up a little bit. But we're gonna keep slugging, man. We're gonna keep swinging. We're always gonna be here with our NFL picks for y'all week to week. So that's what's up. Before we close out the show, Unk's got another rumor for us. And Unk, man, you be staying with the rumor mill. He be having his ear to the ground and kind of having all kinds of just different insights. So this one would be kind of interesting, though. Rumored to be gone by season's end. I could see Bill Belichick being out of there, right, and kind of them coming to a mutual agreement to shut it down. But him being the next coach for Chicago, that'd be kind of crazy,
I heard about this too, that him possibly walking away next year. But instead of Chicago, I heard him actually going to the Chargers. I heard him going to LA.
Oh wow, that would be interesting. I just feel like the Bears would maybe fit his DNA a little bit better, like the type of coach he is and the type of franchise, having the defense,
Yeah.
But San Diego would be kind of interesting too. That'd be, at least he'd be like far away from New England, right? He like go as far away as possible. So,
it'd be the best quarterback he's had since
TB12.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no, I feel you. That would be an interesting one, but man, I just hope he goes and takes a break maybe for a second, or just does defensive coordinator. Like, I know it's kind of beneath him, but he loves the game, man. Like, just chill. You don't need the stress of being the head coach. You have nothing left to prove it, in my opinion.
Got 6 rings. You're good.
Exactly. So that's what's up, though. That was our NFL picks for Week 11, and I appreciate y'all being here with us. We'll be back on Tuesday for episode 221 of Say Like a Champ. That's the big show. So please join us there, and we will go over who won this week, and then obviously we'll be back for Week 12 NFL picks as well. But man, I can't believe we only have like 7 more weeks in the season, man. Thanksgiving next week, where when those Thursday night Thanksgiving games start, it gets crazy, and then between now and the end of the year, it's going to go really fast with the different holidays. So make sure y'all got your shopping done. Make sure you got your plates ready, because I'm gonna be coming over with the tinfoil. You know what I'm saying? Get my leftovers. But I am excited for next week for sure. Lots to look forward to, and we got to figure out if we're gonna do Secure the Bag like on Wednesday, or we might just record it and it'll air on Thanksgiving morning. So just look forward to that. Make sure you have that notification bell on so you never miss a show. And that'll do it, man. I think that's it.
Yeah.
So let me just cue up this little outro. And until next time, it's your boy A-Dub.
And your boy Strizzy.
Peace.